We're doing how to ollies, and an ollie is the foundation for all of skateboarding. I feel like that's accurate. I feel like I can say that. It's also the biggest learning curve. So you really have to get over the hump of like learning how to roll your ankle up the board and pick up the board, because that's what's going to pick up the board. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break this down into smaller steps, and then we're going to piece it together at the end. The first thing is foot placement. We want to make sure our feet are in the right spot. We want our back foot here in the middle of the tail, and you want your front foot, whether you're regular or goofy, doesn't matter, whatever your front foot is, if it's right foot or left foot forward, you want your front foot in maybe the middle of the board, maybe a little bit closer to the top bolt. So somewhere in this range is where you want your front foot. You're gonna want your toes lined up with the edge of the board, and that's for both feet. You want it lined up with the edge of the board. Before you start trying this trick, you really want to be comfortable riding the board. You want to have a decent center of balance riding the board first, because after you get the foot placement down, you're gonna need to have balance over this back truck, because the next step is making contact with the ground with the tail. So you need to get that snap. This is gonna be the next step. Snapping the tail on the ground. Now simultaneously, while you get that good snap on the ground, you're gonna lean back on the back truck. You also wanna get comfortable holding this balance back here. So you wanna be comfortable standing on the board like this, dropping down, lifting back, dropping down. Simultaneously, while you snap the tail on the ground, you're gonna need to jump. You gotta jump up, so snap the tail and jump at the same time. Now you're gonna need to combine all this stuff at the same time in order for the ollie to work. The ollie is all timing. Timing is everything when it comes to this trick. So timing wise, right when your tail hits the ground, you're gonna jump up, and at the same time while you're jumping, in order to pick the board off the ground, you need to roll your foot up to the nose of the board. Because once your foot hits the nose of the board, that's what's gonna pick the board up and level it out. And you need to do this all at the same time. I know I've said that a million times already, but I'm putting emphasis on it for a reason. All at the same time, it's gonna look something like this. It's gonna take a lot of practice to get this down, because not only if you're just learning this trick, you're not gonna have the muscle memory, but the timing is so weird to like wrap your head around at first. At least it was for me when I started. A good way to actually learn this before moving to concrete is maybe trying it in a grass or setting your board in a crack, just so that you're stationary and you don't need to worry about the actual motion of the trick. You can just do it standing still and practice getting the board off the ground first before utilizing the trick to get up curbs, go down stairs, etc. It might take a week, it might take a month, it might take 6 months. You'll eventually get there.